And hello and welcome to Jake Sweeney Stadium, Pat Mancuso Field at Princeton High School, for the Vikings tonight will be hosting the Colerain Cardinals. It is a damp, cloudy night, or as we refer to it as football weather. So I'm Bill Bretz. Last game of the regular season for these teams. All playoff pieces come into place tonight. Colerain is currently in the 9th seed, going on the road for their playoff game, unless they can pass Elder to break that top 8. Princeton, a 4 seed, is currently hosting through round 2, but a lot can certainly change tonight. And the best way to help your chances, you got to win. Yep. Joining me is Mike Laurente. And Mike, keys to the game tonight.
Yeah, Bill. Let's talk about what happened last year. Colerain, the game was at Colerain.
Right.
Princeton won a thriller, 41-37. They had 5 TDs in the fourth quarter alone. So I think chances are we're going to see a lot of points put on the board tonight. As far as players, as far as keys to the game, Colerain's got to limit the penalties. The last 2 weeks they've had 15 penalties for a total of 130.
And hello and welcome to
almost 250 yards per game, third most in the GMC, and that begins and ends with Flowers. As it relates to Bill, what are we going to see tonight? Who do we need to keep our eyes on tonight at this epic battle here in Princeton?
Well, we got a couple of players. First off, we'll start with the away team with the Colerain Cardinals, and that is, you just alluded to, MJ Flowers, number 9. He's a running back, senior, 124.9 yards per game average. He's had 13 TDs this season. That's the second most. He has second most rushing yards in the GMC with over 1,100. Second most TDs and the third most yards per game in the GMC. So, and on the home side for the Princeton Vikings, well, it's going to be wide receiver Rodney Harris Jr., number 7. He's a senior, 692 receiving yards. That leads the GMC in yards. He also leads in yards per gain, 24.7. He has 10 touchdowns. That is for receiver leading record for the GMC. So those are the players to see. And I think the one thing you have to think right now is, we'll probably talk about this tonight, is the quarterback situation for Princeton. It looks like Mike Lynn is going to start tonight for the second straight week. He was the quarterback last year, but got hurt in the preseason, and TJ Engelman came in the first 8 games of the season, did a yeoman's job for the Vikings. Yeah. Has put up the numbers there. But Lynn came back last week, had a great game last week with 4 touchdown passes in the game. He gets a starting nod tonight. And, we talked about this earlier today. It's great to have 2 quarterbacks on your team like this. I think any team would like that.
Yeah, you talk about quarterbacks. Engelman, who was the starter before last week, had 15 TDs himself. So we're going to see some points tonight, Bill.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Princeton, they've had 7 games, 37 or more points this season, including a 58-45 win in the opening season against Anderson, 63-21 against Loveland. So they can put the points on this season. Both teams very rich in GMC history. Combined 48 league titles going back to 1967. Not a league title tonight, but it will be for playoffs. So Mike and I will be back for the kickoff.
Hi, I'm Beanie Wells. Whatever the sport, wherever it's played, there's one thing that student athletes, coaches, and fans can all share: sportsmanship. The Ohio High School Athletic Association Respect the Game campaign reminds us that school sports are so much more than wins and losses. On behalf of the OHSAA, let's all do our part to make school sports a fun, positive, and rewarding experience that student athletes will remember for a lifetime. Every game, every time, let's all respect.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
On air or online, this is media for your community. This is ICRC-TV.
And Bill and Mike back here at Pat Mancuso Field. We're going to talk a little bit about Pat Mancuso a while later, the legendary coach here As you see, the Viking van is on the field there, as the Vikings now are about ready to make their entrance here on senior night.
Here they come. They're fired up out here tonight, Bill.
Oh, I guess they are. Well, you always have to be a little bit more fired up on senior night, that's for sure. But we said at the on our pregame about this is not a league title game tonight. That is about 2 exits up by 75 up here tonight. Lakota West hosting Lakota East. The winner of that game will be the GMC champion. West is undefeated right now, but East has one win, has one loss, but they have one more wins, which is interesting. So they would be the league champion as far as we go. A couple of teams had some troubles earlier in the season with some games being canceled, and that's kind of mixed up the league a little bit as far as that goes. Our officials tonight: referee Mark Kling, umpire Dan Hill, linesman is Ben Levine. Bob Carrault is your line judge. Doug Carrault is your back judge. Here's our officials for tonight. I'm glad you have joined us on this kind of not so much a rainy evening, just a really damp
It's
evening.
a damp night. It could play a part in the outcome of the game. You know, the field's obviously a little bit wet. That ball's going to get a little bit wet itself. So let's see. Just about opening kickoff. Princeton comes in tonight, Bill, winning their last 5 games in a row. And Colerain lost last week, but nevertheless, they're 5-4 in the league. Or I'm sorry, 5-4 overall. Princeton's 8-1. So throw the records away. It's gonna be a good game, Bill.
Colerain won the toss and deferred, so we're going to see this Vikings offense on the field right away as Alex Jung tees it up and kicks it off and gets this game underway. It's a short kick coming into one of the up the backs there, and a nice open field tackle right around the 29-yard line to start the Princeton Viking off for tonight. Okay, as we said, Mike High Lynn is starting at quarterback. He's a 6'2", 180-pound senior. He started last week in their game, and they had their game last week was against. I'm sorry, I believe it was Sycamore last year. But anyway,
He threw for 337 yards in his first game coming back from injury. He had 4 touchdowns. So it looks like he healed pretty well, Bill.
I think he does. He's a couple of backs in the backfield. They're going to run all different kinds of offenses here tonight. So we'll try to catch up as much as we can with what's going on here. As our first play from scrimmage in the game tonight. And there's a trip and a fumble.
Princeton's going to maintain possession. They're going to lose about 10 yards.
They are, yeah. That was a bad snap. Let's see see the snap.
Maybe not.
Lynn did a good job of falling on the ball there, but they lose about 10 yards. 2nd and long. Not the way that Coach Andre Parker wants to get the game started tonight. We have a penalty. I think we're going to have a delay of game.
No, it looks like, Bill, that's going to be offsides.
Offsides.
On Colerain. That looked like they were going to bring some pressure.
All right. Well, they got 5 of those yards back.
Yeah.
We really haven't even had a play yet here, so.
It looked like they were going to bring some pressure. Oh,
nice hole. To Borden. Yeah, Borden with the nice hole up the middle there. No, that's Steele. Amani Steele now. He'll be with Reese Borden in that backfield miss. Steele get the first down, so made up for that very, very quickly. Now they're into hurry up offense. Trips to his left. Lynn back to pass. The give is to Steele again. Steele banks up about another 5 yards.
Yeah, looks like number 11 on the tackle, A.J. Nutley for Colerain. I'm sorry, for Princeton. That's right, Colerain, number 11.
I tell you, that offensive line is impressive. Frank Mills, Darnell Howard, Dirk Thomas, Josh Younger, and Jason Eberhardt. We'll give you their weights here in a minute. Screen pass.
Nice play.
Try a little spin move there by Jaleel Engelman. gets them maybe a yard or so out of it. That offensive line, listen to this, 253, 320, 225, 360, and 260. I'll be happy to run behind those guys.
Yep, about 5, Bill. It was a nice open field tackle by number 20, Jarman for Colerain.
Jaleel tried a little spin move there.
Yeah, he
didn't
did. He
work.
almost got loose.
And
No, he got back. He got
back. Yep. Now
Changing the play, Bill.
yeah, changing the play up here.
Looks like Colerain might bring some pressure on the left side. Number 31. Yeah, here he comes.
And the pass is good. It's complete. Looks like to Harris. Kai Lynn's pass to Rodney Harris Jr. for a first down.
One of the players to watch tonight. Right on cue, Bill.
Right.
Got enough for that first down. Move the ball into Colerain territory.
Harris is first in yards, 692, and he's fourth in receptions. Now he has 29. Steele. Borden was shown as going to be the starting running back tonight, but Steele has been in there. Rodney Harris Jr., Jaleel Engelman, Lorenzo Engelman, and TJ Engelman are your receivers, and that name sounds, we keep repeating the name Engelman, they're cousins.
Borden entered the game, Bill.
Yeah. Another screen pass to Borden. Borden trying to get out of, he finds a little bit of running room. He was going the wrong direction there for a while, but saw a hole very quickly, and I'm sorry, that was TJ Engelman. Their numbers are a little bit hard to see. Yeah, they're tough to see up here with that those black on red numbers there. But that's Engelman. And he managed to pick up about 3 yards, but it's going to be third and about 7 now.
Here comes a mass substitution for Colerain on defense. They're anticipating a pass.
And this pressure is on, and nice pressure put on by the Colerain Cardinals. And it'll be fourth down, and
boy,
let's see if they're going to kick.
Borden was out there. If you look here, good pressure there on that replay. If Lynn could have got that ball to him, he had first down, plenty of opportunity to get that first down, but nevertheless, Colerain defense stops. We'll get their first possession here after the punt.
Jordan Houston in the punt for the Vikings. He averages about 36. Standing at his own 45-yard line of scrimmages at the Colerain 43.
Sherman back to get the punt for Colerain.
Nice little punt. Let's see if it gets a bounce. It will get a Colerain bounce.
Yeah, it does. It's going to be down right about the 17-yard line. So we'll get our first chance to see that Colerain offense, Bill.
And they are led by Zay Jennings, 6'2", 190-pound sophomore. In the backfield, he's got MJ Flowers, Wes Lockwood Anderson, Cassay, Stanley and Drake are your down linemen, and you're going to see Amir, Shannon, King, and Foster as your receivers.
They get our first look at Flowers too, Bill. We've been talking about him, so let's see what he's second in the GMC in total rushing yards with 1,124. He's number 9.
And under center is Jennings, man in motion. And looks like the give is to Flowers, but he maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Looks like number 11 was on the bottom of that pile. A.J. Nunley, we called his name a couple times already today. Game just underway, no score. Colerain getting their first possession so far.
Again, under centers is Jennings. Man in motion, and he gives again to Flowers. No, keeps himself. Jennings. Nice fake for Jennings over the 25-yard line out to about the 27. It should be enough for a first down. Let's see where they say he went down. They're moving the sticks.
Yeah, Jennings, he's multi-faceted. He can run and throw that ball as far as for the Colerain.
All right, so Colerain, new set of downs here. They're out at the 30 or 27-yard line. Flowers just pushing that Princeton defense out close to about the 39-yard line.
Well, Princeton's really put 5 and 6 on that defensive line, trying to stop Flowers. Looks like there's injured player down on the field.
That's a Colerain player.
Yeah.
We'll go over the Princeton defense right now.
Number 51.
Vince McQueen is your nose tackle. Your ends are McKeese, Humphrey Grace, Ty Carter. Outside linebackers, Chris Gillen, Naz Lutman. Naz Lutman has 9 sacks, leading the GMC in sacks. A.J. Nunley, Jalen Stoker are your inside linemen. Raheem Warren, he's going to be a starting cornerback. Caleb Clark Glover, Justin Wimpy, and Maceo Powell. There are the safeties. That's that defense for the Princeton Vikings. And I tell you what, we are going to step out for just a moment here and come back. Hope our player is okay, but we'll let you know more about it in just a moment, so don't go away.
ICRC-TV Sports. That's going to be a ball game. Princeton takes the match. Shot, goal!
Brings a tackle at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings!
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Ohio, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women who played high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question. So, where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Bill Bretz, Mike Laurenti back here at Princeton. And that was starting tackle Deontay Stanley, who was, went off the field on his own power, but option play, and this one is kept by Jennings and picked up about 5 or 6 more yards, enough to move the sticks again.
Speaking of Stanley, you know, you're right, Bill. He was able to walk on the field there with some power. He's definitely showed a little bit of limp, so let's hope he's okay and get back into this game.
Colerain, though, they have to have a new tackle in, though, for that offensive line. Jennings been under center the whole night. There's a jump. Let's see if they were thrown off or it was encroachment. And they're pointing towards Princeton, so that's 5 yards encroachment on the Vikings.
Looked like number 75, Tigris Dunn, came in to replace Stanley. He's second on the depth chart here.
All right. First down still, but now 1st and 5 for the Cardinals. Are at their own 48-yard line. Give is to Flowers, and you got a hunch that they've been talking about him all week at practice here.
Yeah,
at Princeton.
you're absolutely. You know, we talked about Jennings being able to run and throw the ball. He's averaging almost 6 yards per carry, at 612 yards, and he's got 2 touchdowns. So don't be surprised if we don't see him running the ball a lot more tonight.
Give us Flowers. Flowers gets.
He's going to be close.
He's going to be very, very close to that first down. I think he's going to be a bit short.
That was a good effort on Flowers. Looked like he was going to get stopped for no gain, and he just started churning those legs. You can see right here. He just lowered those shoulders, got those pads square, and he just drove to get positive yards, only about a yard short.
So it's going to be 3rd and 1 now, as the Cardinals are in Vikings territory at their 48-yard line.
Oop, there's a penalty.
There's a penalty.
Good hard count on that. Got him to jump.
And his flag is against Princeton, so first down the easy way.
Absolutely. Good hard count by Jennings. Looked like he got the right defensive end for Princeton to jump off sides. Move the chains further into Princeton territory.
We talked about the penalty situation.
That's
Princeton
true,
has not had that many of them, but they've had a couple of crucial ones to keep this drive going now for the Cardinals. And a give is to number 2. That's Amir Shannon. He's a senior. And he will get back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
Ty Carter, number 44 for Princeton on that tackle for no gain.
Carter himself has had 4 sacks. This Princeton team has had 25 sacks this year.
Jennings has only attempted 54 passes so far this year. So
There's the option again.
Oh, there's a penalty right there. Yep, blocking the back on number 2, right in front of us, Bill.
Yep. So that's going to be coming back. It was number 6.
Amir Shannon for Colerain realized after he committed the penalty, he was putting his hands up in the air like, I didn't do it. There went the flag. You can see it right there out of the corner. You can see it right there. Perfect shot. Number 12 was the guy on defense.
So that's going to be a big penalty. They're going to lose a bunch.
That's a spot foul.
Now we don't have a number 6. 6 was supposed to be Stanley. They changed his number. But so we'll have to find out who number 6 is. You see over there in that depth chart we have a number 6.
I do not.
It's going to be our mystery player here tonight. Usually have one of those every once in a while.
Second and long for Colerain. Might they put it up in the air? No, they're giving it to Flowers.
Flowers, and he doesn't get much at all. He's had about 4 carries tonight. I don't think he's had 10 yards yet.
That's an interesting play call, Bill. I mean, you're third and over 20 yards, and you're not putting the ball up in the air. You're telling young Mr. Flowers to go get us 20 yards. That's a low probability of success play. You would thought maybe they'd try to put the ball up in the air, get some of that lost yardage back to make that third down a little bit more manageable.
Well, I think we're going to be seeing it this time.
Yeah.
It's going to be 3rd and long. He's got 1 receiver wide out.
Yeah, he does.
3 in the backfield. And it's to give his to number 2, and that is Shannon. There's Shannon.
Great run.
Yeah, it is. He gets a lot of those yardage back, but he's going to be short.
He's going to make that 4th down, what, Bill, about 3 maybe?
Looks
Here's
like.
a replay. You could see, made a nice move, got a nice downfield block. He could have gotten past that defender. He was taking it to the house.
Shannon's been lining up kind of somewhat of a slot formation, but interesting formation if you see me. It's kind of at an angle next to the quarterback.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, Princeton was expecting pass. They dropped their defensive backs back, and Colerain surprised them.
Number 2.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
That
another offsides. Is that going to move the chains again?
It is. Boy, I tell you what, Jennings is having one heck of a hard count tonight. That's 3 first downs they've gotten via the penalty on this drive.
Boy, I'm sure the head coach of Princeton is not happy.
Ray Parker, his first year here. He was 17 years out of Winton Woods. Very successful out there. He's been very successful so far in his opening season here at Princeton.
You talked about how he was lining up there, Bill. You can see that's interesting. Now he goes in motion.
The give is to Flowers, and Flowers.
Boy, he's still churning those legs.
Taking a whole host of Vikings for a ride.
Flowers comes into tonight. He's had 157 attempts, 1,124 yards, 7.2 yards per carry, and 13 touchdowns. So I know he was the player to watch. So far, he's not disappointed because he's getting the ball about every 3rd play.
He is. Princeton now. 2nd and about 7. Inside the 30.
Screen
Jennings.
It's intercepted.
And intercepted. Picked off by the Vikings. And still on his feet. We'll have to see who that is.
That's number 11, Jaden Folsom, on that interception for Princeton. Boy, oh boy, he threw it right into his hands.
Jennings has not put up passes that much tonight or this season, but that one was a costly one. As Folsom gets the interception.
I'm sorry, that was Nutley.
Nutley brings it back. His first pick of the season.
Wow, that was a great play by Nutley. He anticipated that pass, cut that route, and got that interception.
So 1:37 to go here.
Here's a replay. You can see he just anticipates it, takes it up the field. Nice return. Ball's right at midfield.
There's a pass, and that is a good. That pass is good, and to Lorenzo Engelman.
That's
nice
Jaleel. That was a beautiful pass, beautiful spiral.
That was Jaleel, not Lorenzo.
Yeah,
but I think I'm going to be pretty right if I say Engelman on this.
I think so too.
It's going to be an Engelman. Big play right there. Pitch goes to Steele. Steele inside the 20 now, back, pushed back a little bit, but I think his most progress will be right around the 20-yard line. Forward progress.
Well, that was a nice interception. I keep going back to Nudling anticipating that pass. Gave Princeton great field position. Let's see if they can take advantage of that, Bill.
7th interception for the Vikes this year. Steele looking and looking, and now just crushed down. That's number 50 at Tomansky Kasey.
Well, I tell you, Steele had nowhere to go with that ball. He's going to bring up 3rd and long. You got to believe this is 4-down territory, right?
Oh yeah, right now.
Looks like we might have one more play in the 1st quarter, which has been pretty quick so far.
It has been, despite the penalties.
Yeah.
But both teams have kept it on the ground for the most part too. This one is kept by Lynn. Lynn
Touchdown.
Into the end zone. 22 yards for Lynn.
Boy, he did a fantastic job of following his blockers. Here's a touchdown. Watch. We could see a replay on this. He really waited for the wide receiver on the right side of the field to throw that block, which sprung him with a clear lane to the end zone.
But wait a minute.
Here's a replay.
Yeah, but we might be bringing it back here. Oh, it is brought back.
Really?
It is a hold on the Vikings.
Oh,
my gosh, that was a late call by the official there. We didn't see the flag go down, but that took the air out of the crowd over on this side, that's for sure.
Wow.
First down, though.
Wow, that was a great run.
At the 15-yard line.
He's going to try it again.
He's going to keep it himself. This time he's going to get around this. Can't get around the right side. Tripped up a little bit by number 31. That's Terrell Banks. Slowed him down, but 2nd and about 8.
See if Colerain can't stiffen up a little bit here and keep him out of the end zone. They got a gift on the penalty,
right,
which nullified the Lynn great run.
That's 4 costly penalties tonight for the Vikings. One costing a touchdown, 3 of them gave Colerain first downs. Empty backfield here for Lynn. Trips to his right. And now they're changing around. And now we got a penalty.
Well, you know, we talked about penalties, one of the keys to the game tonight, Bill, but the penalty watch was on Colerain.
Right.
And there's another penalty on Princeton.
Delay a game. Princeton coaching staff is not very happy out there right now. Offensive coordinator is Steve Webb, defensive coordinator Arthur Wilson.
You would think after
and
this
Princeton's going to call timeout.
You would think after this many games, those are the kind of penalties you wouldn't be seeing, Bill.
Nope, not at this late part of the season here.
Yeah.
We talked about Andre Parker. He was 17 years over Winton Woods, came over here. This is his first year over here. Of course, they were Division II. They lost last year, the LaSalle in the regional finals. He took the Winton Woods Warriors 11 times to the playoffs over the years, 20 playoff wins. They were in the Final Four in 2018, 2017. They were state runner-up. In 2009, they were state champs. They were in the FABC for many years, and then when the FABC broke up, they had nowhere to go. And they were kind of like the odd man out, so they were independent for many, many years.
Yep.
And now they have joined the Eastern Cincinnati Conference. As that conference now, I think, has gone to 10 teams.
Yes, it has.
So they've been there for a couple of years now, so at least they're back in a conference. But anyway, he did a great job over at Winton Woods. Decided it was time for a career change, so he came over here to Princeton.
Lynn back to pass. He's looking. He's
Up
got some.
once.
He's got some Open
He's
receiver.
got a man in the end zone. Yeah, he hit number 1 in the end zone.
Wow.
And that would be Maurice Borden, it looks like, maybe.
No penalties, Bill. I'm looking out there and see no penalties. So,
well, Lynn got a touchdown call back, but he threw a touchdown pass on this one.
well, he had all day back there. He had all day. Here's a replay. You can see he looked at throwing it once. He pulled it back. And then there it is. Borden right in the end zone. Nobody around him.
Yeah, look how open he was in the end zone between a couple of players here.
High
snap, but the kick is up.
And it's good.
And it's good.
There's a penalty. I think that might be roughing the kicker.
Cole Walker gets his 45th PAT of the season.
Yeah, it is roughing the kicker on the extra point.
That's going to be assessed on the kickoff. So the Vikings score first here with 3 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Well, they take advantage of the interception, Bill. They march that ball down 50 yards. And here's, you can see here, we'll have a replay on the drive. Start with the interception. We talked about Nutley anticipating that nice return, gets him back to midfield, and then Lynn and the rest of the offense take it from there. There's that great pass. And here's a touchdown throw. Oh, he just floated that really nice over that defender.
He threw that kind of off balance in a way.
Yeah.
He saw that. He was kind of in the air and threw it, but with great strength right there. So Lynn, his 5th touchdown pass of the season and his 5th in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, Bill, we talked about how fast that first quarter was going. Well, the last 30 seconds seemed to take it as long as the first majority of the first quarter.
We talked too soon there.
I guess we did. We cursed ourselves.
Okay.
Looks like that's number 3, Aaron Foster, back for Colerain to get the kickoff.
Foster back about 5-yard line. Cole Walker is going to be kicking off.
Nice kick. That's going to be
nice. Into the end zone. Ball coming back out. No time ran off the clock, so Colerain is going to get at least one more play this quarter.
That was a nice kickoff there.
Yes.
You know, as you start getting into the playoffs, the kicker could become a difference maker when it comes to punting and field goals. So
exactly.
that's a great weapon to have if you're the Princeton Vikings.
Walker is 5 for 5 in field goals this season. His longest one is 32, and he's 44 for 40. Oh, well, now 45 for 49 in PAT kicks.
Like I said, it's a good weapon to have as you start getting in and through the playoffs.
Jennings under center. Jennings going to keep it himself, and maybe he banks about 2 or 3 yards, but we have come to the end of quarter number 1 with the Vikings with a late touchdown pass from Lynn to Borden. 7-0. Mike and I will be back for second quarter. Don't go away.
On air or online, this is media for your community. This is ICRC-TV.
Hey, sports fan! Did you know the OHSAA is among the national leaders in social media? Check out the OHSAA's social media platforms for news, tournament information, accomplishments, helpful links, and all the items available in the fan guide, including photos, DVDs, and publications. Check out OHSAA Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. And who knows, you may be the next featured face.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to ICRC-TV Sports. That's going to be a ball game. Princeton takes the match. Shot, goal!
Brings a tackle at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings!
And Bill Betts, Mike Colerain back here at Princeton. You see Coach Parker on the field. Not too happy about those penalties the first quarter, but happy about where the score is right now.
Yeah, there were a lot of penalties on Princeton's side.
And Flowers looks like is going to pick up about another 4 or 5 yards. For Borden, by the way, that was his 7th TD of the season. That's his 2nd one on the receiving side. He's had 5 on the ground. 3rd and short now. Princeton came in tonight #1 in offense. Colerain was #2 in offense in the GMC. Defense, Colerain was 2 and Princeton was 3. I'm sorry, Colerain was 7th in offense. There's a trip, but Jennings keeps on his feet, gets a first down. Nice job by Zay Jennings. He got tripped up, but stayed on his feet enough to get about another 6-7 yards for a first down.
Yeah, I got the first quarter statistics pretty even here, Bill. See if we get a replay here.
Jennings, I see he tripped up there, but broke out of the tackle. Got about 7 yards for the first down.
Pretty even statistics through the first quarter. 11 plays for 54 yards for Colerain, 8 for 37 for Princeton. Time of possession, 6:58 for Colerain, 5:02 for Princeton.
There's Flowers. He gets about 12 yards on the first down run. That's another first down. Broke out of a couple of tackles here. Watch Flowers on this one. He gets one tackle right there. He breaks a second tackle.
You got a shoestring tackle there.
Finally goes down. So Flowers now getting a little bit of yardage. First three or four times he's touched the ball, Princeton had him pretty much bottled up. 12 yards, his longest run of the night.
This game is pretty much going to script, you know what I mean, Bill, as far as through the first quarter.
The give is to number 6. We're going to find out from our PA guy who this guy is.
Yeah, we don't have a name on here.
That's Satterwhite, okay. So, Mikael Satterwhite, who was listed at number 33 on our roster, is now number 6. So, all right, we got it.
Oh, yes.
Thanks to our PA guy. Second down now. Satterwhite got about 7 on that play, so 2nd and 3, ball at 45-yard line of Princeton. Vikings trying to win their 6th league game of the season. They have 1 canceled. Normally they play 8 games, but they're only going to end up playing 7 games, and that's where Lakota East has the advantage over them because they have played. They will play all 8 of their games.
A jet sweep.
Jet sweep is by number 24, and he gets some yardage on that one. That's Jason Young.
Boy, Colerain is getting 4 or 5 yards a pop.
They're moving the sticks.
Yeah, they are. Here's a replay. You can see that jet sweep. He really had a lot of open field in front of him. Really just ran out of sideline over there. Tackled by number 10, Justin Wimpy. So Colerain still moving the ball after getting the kickoff.
Offensive lineman doing a good job too.
That's an interesting formation how they have those ends kind of angled in.
All right. And that
Flowers goes nowhere. Oh, so we got a little extracurricular activity over there.
Yeah. Flowers loses about 4 yards on that play. So they're not getting the sacks, but they're getting the pressure on the quarterback.
Here's a replay. You can see. Boy, he had nowhere to go. That defensive line for Princeton toughened up. And there's that little extracurricular activity there. Officials are letting them play, which is good.
Loses about a yard on that one, so it's 2nd and about 11. Ball at the 36-yard line of Princeton.
You got Isaiah King, number 4, on the island out here. See if they try to get him the ball.
There's the option. It's going the other direction now.
It's number 2, Amir Shannon.
Shannon. He's done a pretty good job tonight. He probably has at least 5 or 6 yard average when he.
They are really mixing the ball up as far as who's carrying it tonight. You know, it's not all Flowers. So And they're running between the tackles and trying to get outside, so they're keeping Princeton on their toes.
Ball just shy of the 30-yard line. 3rd down and about 6.
Yeah, Flowers single back. Almost offsides by Princeton. He got back.
He had wrong man in motion going in. This time, Jennings gives the pitch is to
nice
satellite, or the pitches to number 24, Young.
Well, nice pursuit over there on that far side of the field. Looks like who number was that?
Wimpy, yeah.
Number 10. We just called his name 2 times in a row. It's 4th down. What do you think, that, Bill? About 7?
Yep.
So the Princeton defense toughening up.
This is going to be 4-down territory, it looks like, for the Cardinals, though, which makes sense. They're only going to give up about 10 yards anyway, so.
See if they're going to try to put the ball in the air here. Again, you got number 4 here split out by himself, Isaiah King. He's looking that way.
Jennings going around.
Oh, he's got an open lane.
Jennings is going to get a 1st down and more inside the 20 down to about the 16-yard line.
Boy, that was a great call, Bill. If you notice, the whole offensive line for Colerain went to the right, which the pursuit of Princeton left that left side open for Jennings to pick up big yardage and keep the ball.
Colerain now in the red zone for the first time tonight. Ball spotted at the 15-yard line. Trying to answer, get this game tied up. There's it goes the other direction, another reverse, but Princeton said
somebody's helmet.
Shannon tried on the reverse there, but tackled by A.J. Nunley.
Princeton was not fooled by that counter play. That defensive line is really holding their ground.
I tell you what, Sean Cutright, the head coach at Colerain, he's mixing it up here tonight, and
yeah,
I tell you, that's so far been pretty successful up to the red zone, but let's see where he goes right now. It's 2nd and about 5.
See, Jennings might want to
2nd
put
and
that
10.
ball up in the air. Got King again. I keep saying it because I think they're going to go. They're setting us up over there, Bill. I think they got to try to get the ball to him. There it goes.
Oh, there he is. He looks the other direction. No, he is sacked.
They were trying another one of those wide receiver screens to the short side of the field over there, Bill. But Princeton didn't let that play develop. Here's a replay. You can see he's sprinting out to his right. He's setting up that screen play over there. He looks. There's nowhere to throw the ball, and he gets tackled.
Ty Carter in with the sack. It's his 5th sack of the season.
Yeah, great play by number 44 for Princeton. Big loss.
Now it's 3rd and a lot of real estate right here.
Just when you thought Colerain was maybe thinking about punching it in, there's a big loss on that 2nd down.
Here's the pitch. Fake. Wait a minute, there's a flag.
False start. There's one of those keys of the game. You talk about limiting penalties. It's going to push the ball back even further, 5 more yards. It's going to make it 3rd down and let's say maybe 25.
We've had a lot of penalties that are the ones that give coaches gray hair, the ones who false starts, jumping the gun there as far as neutral zone, all these penalties. These are the ones that really
make your hair go gray or lose it, right?
Yeah, exactly. 3rd and a bunch of real estate here. Jennings looking, now is going to take it himself, but he breaks one tackle inside the 15 down to about the 12-yard line. He's going to be short of a 1st down.
See if they're going to try field goal here. I think they're going to try field goal. They're going to look for some points here, Bill.
All right, they're going to bring Alex Jung onto the field. Jung is
Here's a replay. You can see Jennings, had some yardage, and then, the defense pursued, got him out of bounds. It's going to be, about a 30-yard field goal here?
Yep, it's going to be 30 yards. Jung's longest one is 34. He's 3 for 6 field goals this year.
Oh.
Drake is a holder, backs bad snap. And Princeton's going to take over on downs right about the 20-yard line.
Well, that didn't end up the way Colerain. You can see a replay here. It looked like the snap was good, but it just got fumbled by number 13, Bryce Drake.
Bryce Drake was the holder. He could not hold on to it.
So Princeton's going to take over after that field goal attempt that went bad for Colerain.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Does he actually get an attempt on that one? Or
you know what? That's a great question.
I don't probably not, because
he didn't kick it.
He didn't kick
I don't
it,
think so.
no.
I think it just goes as a fourth down play where you lost yards.
Right. High snap. Give is to.
Ball's on the ground.
Oh, we got a fumble. Who's going to pick it up?
There's. Let's see what's going on here. And we got a penalty on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Well, the question is, was it already down?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what they're doing here. The officials are huddling together to see what the call is.
We didn't see it that well because it went to the opposite side where we were. Let's see if we're going to see it on replay.
Yeah, it looks. Still waiting. Let's see. Looks like Colerain's defense is going off the field.
Still haven't seen.
Waiting for the officials to make a decision here. Personal foul
against Colerain.
Oh.
Now, did it happen after?
I don't know. I don't know. Here's a replay. I can't see what happened here.
It looks like he was down there.
Let's see what happened here. Yeah, I don't see where the personal foul came. Oh, there it is. Number 54 for Colerain pushed. That's Anthony Tate pushed number 33 of Princeton into the official. We thought maybe the official was throwing a penalty because of the contact. With
okay, it happened before the fumble, apparently, because two personal
That's
fouls.
Interesting.
Wow. That's gonna be 30 yards.
So
holy cow!
So
what a
to
change.
your point, Bill, it wasn't a fumble. There were two personal fouls on that play, which moved the ball all the way over midfield.
And just like that, Steele with the carry.
He's
out of bounds.
All of a sudden, the flags are coming out.
Yeah, it's actually not Steele. It was number 5. That was T.J. Engelman.
It's like kind of a holding call on Princeton.
That was kind of a hurry-up play there for Princeton, too.
Yeah, that was interesting. They tried to catch Colerain off guard.
It was right at the 50-yard line, so it'll be 10 yards back from there.
Here's a replay. See if we can see it. Yeah, right there.
Right
you can
there,
see there.
yeah.
You got the corner right there. Yeah,
yeah,
that's pretty obvious.
He's
well, not only did he hold on to him, he carried him about 5 yards.
He was carrying him to the concession stand, I think. So
that moved the ball back 10 yards. It's second down and 20.
Both teams have been bit by the penalty tonight.
Lots of penalties. Oh, he's looking to throw it.
Lynn still looking. Eluded a couple of players there.
Got a couple of yards back.
He ran about 40 yards to get about 2.
Well, that's his athleticism, that he was able to avoid the rush, get outside, and still pick up positive yards. He was looking downfield for I think that was number 5. Engelman, T.J. Engelman.
Yeah,
But he was covered. So Lynn did the right thing by tucking the ball and trying to get some yardage out of it. So it's still going to be second and at least 20. Clock running with 4:30 to go, 4:38 to go until halftime.
Kind of a low score.
Yeah.
7-0.
So much for that. We're going to have a lot of points put up, Bill,
oh.
right?
In and out of the Lorenzo Engelman was your intended receiver. Went in and out of his hands. And almost.
Yeah, that was almost intercepted.
Almost picked off by the Cardinals.
So all of a sudden, the receivers for Princeton are having a little hard time holding on to the football.
Lynn last year was 77 for 140, 1,429 yards, 55% Passing, he had 17 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 358 yards on the ground. That was his last year's stats. He said he got hurt preseason, but is now back.
Yeah, and I think I heard during senior that he's actually going to the University of Buffalo on a full-ride scholarship.
We got a free play coming here, and it's going to be a hold when it's thrown in the backfield. So
I think they're going to decline that. That'll make it 4th down. Tell you what, Lynn was lucky he didn't get that intercepted. Number 15 for Colerain, Donovan Dillingham was in position. Ball went right through his hands.
His hold is going to be declined, and now Princeton's going to be forced to punt here.
This is the first punt tonight for Princeton. Number 80's back to punt.
I think second time.
Oh, it is
Jordan
second time?
Jordan Houston. Yeah, he had one before.
Okay.
It's his second punt of the night. Young back to receive. He's back at about the 27-yard line. Line of scrimmage is at the 42.
Nice. Wow, nice punt.
And called a fair catch. Ball is going east and west there.
Yeah, about the 24-yard line. Colerain will take over. You know, Colerain's had a couple impressive drives. They get down close to the goal line, Bill, and then they stall. Get a couple penalties here or there, a sack, and they've got nothing to show for it so far.
34-yard punt for the Vikes. Colerain down, 4:13 to go. Ball at the 25-yard line.
Looks like the rain stopped, Bill. I just think it's a little damp. We were coming in this evening, had that light misty rain, which could be annoying.
Yeah, it's kind of an October type of night. Look at the bunched up players here for Colerain. What an interesting formation. They are in tight. And the give is to Flowers. Well, he had a lot of blockers in there, that's for sure.
You know what I think that whole philosophy on that, Bill, is, you know, you bring everybody in tight like that on offense, the defense is going to come in tight. So Flowers is able to break that line of scrimmage. He's got a couple defensive backs, all he's got to beat to take it to the house.
They said he got 10 on that one.
Yeah.
So moves the markers here for the Cardinals. Jennings keeps himself option. Goes to Shannon. Shannon picks up about 5 yards on the option.
Justin Wimpy, number 10 on the tackle for Princeton. We've called his name quite a bit tonight.
He's 5'11", 155-pound senior.
Well, he's all over the field. A lot of seniors on the Princeton squad.
Senior night went pretty long down here.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Earlier this evening. Congratulations, all those seniors.
Jet sweep.
The give is to Young. Young, is he going to get around? Yes, he does. He picks up about 7 yards, enough to move the sticks again. Let's see where he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, he's about the 48-yard line. He's got a lot of speed. He's able to get that corner. Whereas I think they like to run Flowers between the tackles. Again, we've seen this from Colerain. They move the ball between the 20s, and then they get down there and they stall. See if they can't change it up, get that ball into the end zone. He's got him.
Jennings, pass, is intercepted. That was about as easy as you can get.
What in the world was that? He should have thrown that ball out of bounds, Bill. There was no way he was going to squeeze that ball in there.
You could see that one coming for a mile. Caleb Clark Glover with the interception.
You can see it right here. Jennings should have just thrown that ball. I mean, there was no way number 13 was going to get to that. Bryce Drake.
He basically threw it to Clark Glover.
Yeah. Just we start talking about how they move the ball, and then they have something like this. Gets the ball back over to Princeton with 3:34 to go until halftime. See if Lynn and the offense can take advantage of that. Ooh.
And it's still on his feet.
Wow.
He is still on his feet. Did not get touched. And now he got crushed down.
Number 20 for Colerain, Lavert Jarman says, okay, you want to run that ball? Let me see what you got.
Steele is limping
Yeah,
off the
he
field
is.
a little
Here's
bit.
replay. He really got hit hard. I think he got hurt, not on the tackle, but you can see there when he was trying to get dragged down by his jersey. And then here's the hit right here. Boom.
Steele's over on the bench right now, and he's not a happy camper.
No. See if he can't walk that off. Got the trainer over there. Lynn throwing the ball.
Lynn. That was to Jaleel Engelman.
Great effort by Engelman. Here's the replay. He went up high to get that ball, Bill, and he was able to shake that defender. Was able to get enough yardage to get that first down. Again, another spin move there. Chains move, balls back into Colerain territory.
So the ball at about the 39-yard line. I see Rodney Harris Jr. way out on single coverage.
We know Lynn can get there, get the ball to him.
He's going to go instead to
one.
Borden.
Yeah.
Borden moves the ball down to about the 41-yard line.
Princeton is very content to just continue to pick up 3 or 4 yards, keep the clock running, and maybe hit pay dirt before the end of the second quarter.
Harris has got Aaron Foster on him out there. Foster, best cornerback for the best defensive back for the Cardinals with 2 interceptions this year. And Lynn's going to keep it himself. He gets a first down at about the 30-yard line, picked up about 7 or 8 yards.
That'll stop the clock as well. Boy, he's elusive. He's very quick.
2:07.
He's 6'2", 180, so he'll fill out a little bit more.
Pass, quick pass.
That's number 5.
And that's T.J. Engelman.
Under 2 minutes to go until halftime.
Now, T.J. Engelman had a couple of passes that were last week in the game. He's got a couple of them tonight.
He scored 13 touchdowns already this year.
Yeah. Lynn's going to keep it himself. We got a hold coming up, though. So Lynn's just going to jog out of bounds here because this one's going to be coming back.
It's pretty easy to see the officials right there on top of that holding call. Be interesting here to see if they take the down or they take the yardage.
A low-scoring game, and a team that has scored 37 or more points
How about that?
7 times this season. The Princeton Vikings have been held to just 7 right now. They were shut out one time. Lakota West did shut them out earlier in the season, a few weeks ago. But for the most part,
It's going to be third down at about 9 yards. Ball spotted just over the 30-yard line.
they were shut out by the West 21-0. They have a 1-point win over Fairfield, 28-27. The rest of their games basically been blowouts this season.
Lynn trying to
Lynn's going to keep it, and it gets inside the 25 down and around the 24-yard line. Going to be short of a first down. Well, unless there's a timeout, the clock
Looks like
should.
there is a timeout.
Yeah, because clock should be running, and the clock is running.
Okay.
Somehow the clock stopped right there. It's fourth
Yeah.
down.
Looks like they're going to go for it, Bill.
Oh, I would definitely go for it right now.
Well, you got a good kicker in there. I thought maybe.
Oh well,
No
they're gonna get it the easy way.
Heavens. I don't know if is that going to be. You know what? It could be a first down.
Oh yeah.
We've seen that like 2 or 3 times already tonight
I
for
know.
Colerain. They gotta wait on that hard count by Lynn.
Well, we've seen it go the other way though for the Vikings. They've done it at least 3 times tonight. Hurry up offense right now.
We got a timeout.
Now it's timeout. Colerain's going to call a timeout.
And that's their first timeout. They got 2 more left. Interesting.
As I said, Sean Cutright is the the coach over there at Colerain right now. They've had many league titles, especially in the last about 15, 20 years. A lot of those league titles were with coaches Kerry Combs, Tom Bolden. Of course, Tom Bolden went over a couple years ago over to Lakota West. He lives in the West District. His son was over there, so he decided he wanted to go over and coach his son. Yep. Went over there, and now he's turned Lakota into the to the Colerain of Lakota. Probably don't want to hear that. So they're the west of the league right now, and they're playing East tonight. Winner of that game will most likely be league champion. Yeah, will be league champion. These two teams are playing for a home field though.
First down and 10.
Jennings getting Lynn's getting.
That was dangerous.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
Lynn was getting all different kinds of pressure on him by Cam Robinson.
Number 15 over there for Colerain. Who's that? Devon Dingleham? Boy, oh, boy, he almost. If he had one more or two more steps, you can see here.
Donovan.
He had nowhere to go.
Yeah, Donovan. Yeah.
Oh, that's number 14, sorry. Tayshawn Banks. Boy, Lynn got away with one on that.
He did. Nice pressure by Cam Robinson, though.
See if Colerain brings some pressure. Here they come, off the edges.
And in and out of the hands of number 16, Jaleel Engelman. So thrown a little bit low there, but he had a little bit of pressure to throw that.
Wow.
So now Lynn is looking at a 3rd and 10.
See if they try maybe to get 4 or 5 yards and maybe make that 4th down a little bit more manageable. Got some substitutions coming in for Princeton. Got 4 wideouts, 2 on each side.
Let's see if he goes for the end zone.
He can keep this.
Oh, no,
boy.
He's not going anywhere. And number 20, that's Vert Jarman.
You know, Jarman is 3rd in the MCC in tackles with 59. So, not surprisingly, we've called his name quite a few times tonight.
Coach Cutright did mention his name ahead of time, saying that he's been doing a great job on defense and made some big defensive plays. That was a big one here tonight, 28 seconds ago.
We're going to have a long field goal attempt here, Bill.
So this is 44 yards here for Cole Walker.
Snaps down, kicks good.
And it's up, and did it go through? No, just short. Wow. Man, a little bit of leg behind that for 44 yards, but the field goal is no good. Colerain takes over 8 seconds to go. They're going to get the ball to start the 3rd quarter.
With just a few more yards, that ball almost just snuck over the crossbar. We talked about the kicking game. Again, that was a heck of an attempt.
Yep.
Just fell a little bit short. So this will be the last play of the 2nd quarter. And then you talk about halftime adjustments, Bill. Right?
Yeah. First, both teams are going to be talking about penalties.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's going to be probably the main topic. And it's hurt both teams tonight.
So they're just going to take a knee, run the clock out.
So Colerain goes into the locker room. They're down 7-0 to the Princeton Vikings. A Lind Borden pass the last few seconds of the 1st quarter has been our only score tonight. We got a good one here at Princeton. Don't go away. We will be back, and we'll probably come back a little bit earlier at halftime, talk a little bit about those Harbins, see how things are going.
Absolutely.
All right, don't go away.
On air or online. This is media for your community. This is ICRC-TV.
Welcome to Viking Voices, the people of Princeton.
Here today, Hall of Fame students in a Hall of Fame school.
As always, go Vikes!
Welcome to another edition of Viking Voices, the people of Princeton. I certainly appreciate the great partnership with ICRC to host. And behind the cameras today, we have our amazing interns. So appreciate Dwayne and Cody again for coming back this year, as they've done actually for the last 3 years. Last year looked a little bit different, but it's great to be back in person. With us today, our new football coach, Coach Andre Parker. Coach, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so Coach, big switch coming over. What do you think about Vike Nation so far?
I think it's awesome. I think it's all about the P.
What are some specific things you're working on right now to develop that tradition, bring kind of back some of the things? I know Coach Daniels did a great job and the other coaches, but previously, but like what are you trying to instill in our kids?
I am trying to I'm trying to teach them history. I think with this generation, a lot of times they don't understand the history of where Princeton comes from and what Princeton means. So I'm trying to get as many of the old guys around as I can and help them understand what Princeton means, what the horns mean. So those things are exciting. The kids are starting to get it. They're starting to take pride in it.
Well, Coach, I know that there's a legendary coach out there that you've talked to, Coach Mancuso. So what are some nuggets that you've gleaned off some of the conversations you've had with Coach Mancuso?
Our first conversation, he wowed me. Because I know he's in his 90s, and he's like, no, Coach, I still work out 3-4 days a week. I get up early in the morning, me and my wife, we go get after it. And I'm like, wow. Just his work ethic, the attention to detail, the way his former players talk about him, the way they said that he cared and loved them. And I've talked to quite a few that still talk to him every week. So that's huge.
Yeah. Coach, we know that your job here, we've talked so much before. Like, I think you do a great job coaching. But there's a whole nother side. The vast majority of your day is another job. Can you talk a little bit about that?
So essentially, I'm a secondary support for the students at the high school and middle school. So what I've been doing in these first few weeks is really building relationships with the kids, getting them to trust me. So if they have issues or if there's any way that I can help them, that they know that my office is open and they can come to me. So we're currently going through lists and finding kids that we know we're going to need more support and going about it that way.
Yeah, and when we were talking, I asked lots of questions about what it is that you do during the course of the day, and you've done a great job thus far. Really excited about the supports that you're going to bring to our school district and specifically our students. What are some things that you think our kids in general or students in general should really focus on as they try to look to the future?
I think just bettering themselves every day. I think we got enough craziness in the world, and if they get caught up into that, you can become depressed or you can start worrying about the future. I think we got to take it day by day, and we have to keep pressing forward.
Coach,
Well, last question. This is definitely my kryptonite. I don't know that I could work here as much as you girls are amazing, but what is your best seller? When people walk in here, what is it that they're really looking for? Is it your cookies, your donuts? What's the best seller?
I'd probably say donuts.
I would say donuts. That's a hard question.
Birthday cakes? No.
We have a lot of the cake because our cakes are scratch made here. Our buttercream icing is made here. I think we take a lot of pride in everything we make. And our cakes, you hear people all the time, the flowers.
It's not right.
Yeah.
We do, and anybody makes mistakes, and it bothers us. It's not like, it bothers us that somebody wasn't happy with
the product.
But I think the one thing people don't understand is how incredibly physically hard this job is in the back.
Lifting
it's
trays,
very,
cooking,
very
pans, whatever it takes to get the job done. Yeah.
But it's what it is.
It is what it is, and it's a great thing that
at least
you
we're
girls.
working with family. I mean, there are times when we're,
But I think we're lucky too because we have a lot of the same. I can remember because I do a lot of the cakes. And you talking about I remember you bringing your kids in here. And now your grandkids are coming. I do. I remember your son.
Yeah.
And it's funny because now you have I'll have a cake come through, like a graduation cake. And I'm thinking, oh my God.
They can't be
They can't be
graduating.
You know what I'm saying? So we have so
Right.
many of it, like families.
Generations.
And then generations.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we do see now, especially with Harrison building up as much as it is, we have a lot of new families,
Yeah.
you know, from the newer homes of Parks of Whitewater, from, you know, we have a lot of newer families that come in a lot of times on the weekends, especially Saturday and Sundays. She doesn't work in the store on Sundays, so she would probably not know
the faces.
Yeah, but I see them and I'm like, hey, glad you guys came back. We have a lot of new faces too.
Yeah.
We really do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, you know, the Harrison Chamber is going to be nominating different businesses for different categories.
Given up by the 7 times, I let you twist me up and get me so out of line, but it's not enough. Just wanting something better. No, I should just be grateful for the things that I have. Hanging tough, and I'm hanging around, and I call it quits because all that I found is that I can't help falling in love, and I can't tell you what's enough. Well, I think that anyone could tear my heart to spill, and I know if they can, that they will. So now I'm sitting here in my basement again, just thinking about how this next one's going to end. And for me to know, and it's not for you to care. I know it's not that tough, but it still ain't fair. I can't help falling in love. I can't tell you what's enough. Well, I know that anyone could tear my heart to spill, and I know if they can, if they can, if they can, they will.
Angela Bizzarri Flugrath. Angela Bizzarri Pflugrath was a member of the 2006 graduating class. Angela Pflugrath left her mark on Mason as the most decorated athlete in the school's history. She earned 8 varsity letters between cross country and track, helping Mason to its first ever team state title in girls track and field in 2004. Angela was an 11-time FAVC champion, a 13-time district champion, 12-time regional champion, and an 8-time state champion. I'll say it again, 8-time state champion. That's pretty good. She earned 7 of her 8 state titles in individual running events, with 2 coming from cross country. She was named FAVC Runner of the Year 5 times, Southwest Ohio Runner of the Year 4 times, and First Time All-Ohio 7 times. She held 7 Mason High School records and 3 Greater Cincinnati records upon graduation. Today, the best runners in the state of Ohio come to Mason Invite to participate in the Bizzarri Mile, an annual running event held in her honor. After high school, Angela went on to the University of Illinois, where she became a 3-time NCAA Division I champion and 9-time All-American. She held 7 records for the Illini and was inducted into the Illinois Hall of Fame in 2019. Today, Angela lives out west in Fresno, California, with her husband, Carl. Her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Bizzarri, are here tonight. Angela could not be with us tonight, but we have her on video. Here's Angela.
I want to start off by taking the time to say how honored I feel to be inducted into the Mason High School Athletic Hall of Fame. I am particularly honored to be inducted with such an amazing group of people and athletes, one of whom was my teammate. This award has me reflecting on my time as an athlete, specifically at Mason. I played sports for a long time. I played in high school, collegiately, and professionally, and some of my best memories are from my time at Mason High School. I don't always remember specifically my times at Mason or the specific races. It really went by so fast. But what I do remember are the fun times with amazing people. I remember summer long runs with friends, afterward having bagels and chatting. I remember the long bus rides after successful meet, full of laughter. I remember the 4x800 winning as a team. I think sport was really helpful for me to gain confidence in myself. I was shy as a high schooler and still particularly kind of quiet. And sports taught me that I can set a big goal and take small daily steps to get there. I really fell in love with sports at Mason High School, and confidence in myself grew. And I will forever be proud to be a Mason High School graduate and a Comet. I wanted to take a second to thank some of those people who made my time at Mason such a positive experience, some of whom are here today. They include both Kelly and Tony Affatato for their continual support and enthusiasm. They really helped make track and field such a positive experience for me. All the fun I had with my teammates, it couldn't be done without them. And then finally, I want to spend the time thanking my parents for being supportive in both athletics and life. Again, I just wanted to say thank you so much for inducting me into the Hall of Fame with such an amazing group of people. Go Comets!
Let's hear one more round of applause for all of our inductees.
Looking forward to walking the park.
Yeah, it should be a fun day.
So Ted, right now we are standing inside the park where we will have several gateways, one being at 5 Points at Main and Lila, and a couple on either Main Street and on the Lila side.
Yeah.
And it'll be this great green area where people can come in and just enjoy the day.
Absolutely.
And there's going to be meandering paths
Yep.
with tree line that will provide shade. And also there's swings and Adirondack chairs.
And I think somewhere in this area there's going to be the water feature as well, which you've mentioned before. What a great draw that'll be for both the community and people outside the community, and really a crown jewel for the city itself.
Yeah.
And then in addition to the community involvement or people being able to visit locally, this is the center of both the downtown business district as well as the uptown business district. So whether you want to come here as a family or you just want to take a lunch break when you're working here, it's going to be a great place to come.
And it is also part of the Dora, right? So
True.
people can grab their beverage at one of the local establishments here
Yep.
and have a really great setting to hang out in and relax as they're making their way either downtown or uptown.
Yep. It'll be great.
Leaves us with the next item on our agenda is item number 5, opening session.
I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. If you're out here at the parade or listening, thank you again.
Into the end zone, and that is caught by Jaden Wood.
Come on now, how we doing? Y'all feeling all right out there?
Hello and welcome to this edition of This is Glendale. I'm Bet Chorus.
Hey guys, this is the Unit 1 crew from Woodlawn Fire Department. We just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And of course, you can always go to ICRC-TV.com.
Always a great day when ICRC is involved. Another edition of ICRC, bringing the community to you.
I mean, I don't totally know what opioids are, but...
It doesn't happen here.
Not in denial.
No.
No.
Our kids are way too busy.
My son has good friends.
Don't live in denial, Ohio. Talk to your kids about drugs, and they'll be up to 50% less likely to use them.
Freedom. It's at the core of who we are. The freedom to live without fear, to jog where we please, to wear a hoodie. The freedom to breathe. Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
On air or online. This is media for your community. This is ICRC-TV.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. There's just one place where a team is more than a group of individual agendas. It's a catalyst for demonstrating the potential of the collaborative spirit. There's just one place where players, coaches, and fans experience the exhilaration that happens when an entire community rallies behind the school team. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. In addition, high school sports help young people in Ohio develop the discipline and confidence they need to be leaders in life, even as they unite communities like nothing else. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
On air or online, this is media for your community. This is ICRC-TV.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
On air or online, this is media for your community. This is ICRC-TV. On air or online, this is media for your community. This is ICRC-TV.
And Bill Bretz, Mike Laurenti, back here at Princeton Stadium. We apologize. We lost some of our streaming there the first part of this game. It was probably when Al Roker got into that storm, I think it was. Some way, somehow there. But we apologize, but we're back here. We're back here live, and we're glad you have joined us right now. I know you got some stats here at halftime, and of course, 7-0 game. Can't be a whole lot of offensive stats.
Yeah, well, there really isn't as you look at total plays for Colerain, 30 plays, 139 yards. Princeton, 28 plays, 117 yards. We talked earlier about the penalties. Colerain's got 7 penalties for 61 yards. Princeton's got 6 penalties for 41 yards. So both teams need to clean that up. Time of possession obviously favors Colerain because you know they had the ball predominantly. You know they kept the ball a lot. Obviously, 14 minutes to 10 minutes roughly. 10 first downs for each team. Let's just quick things here about rushing, because I know we talked about MJ Flowers. He's had to carry the ball 9 times for 39 yards, well below his average.
Oh, absolutely.
Almost 7.5 yards a carry. So, Bill, what about the playoff implications?
Well, I think right now, I mean, we're trying to get some other scores right here. We don't know what the Elder Panthers are doing right now. In that Division I, Elder plays LaSalle tonight, Division II, 5-4 LaSalle Lancers. And if Elder loses that game and Colerain wins, Colerain could jump ahead of Elder and get that home field. Not likely, I don't think. Even if they win tonight, there's probably not a likely chance that they're going to get a home field. But if this stays right now, they'll be in the pit next week against Elder. So it'll be a big battle of the West Side. Fairfield, they're in the number 7 position. They play Middletown. They should win that game. Milford, West Claremont, they should win that game. They're in the 6th position. How about those Milford? I mean, the Eagles have been doing a good job. Tom Grippa over there. We did that. We did a game with them last year with Winton Woods. And,
I've done a couple of games of theirs this year, Bill. Grippa has done an unbelievable job turning that program around.
Of course, number 5 East is playing number 3 West tonight, and we do not have a score on that yet. Although we heard unofficially it was 10-0 in the second quarter West. And of course, this game tonight, number 4 Princeton. Colerain gets the ball here to begin this third quarter, and he's not going to go anywhere.
Looks like number 25, Mackay Cottrell on the tackle for Princeton.
So you got Moeller and St. X. They're number 1 and number 2. Both are playing non-league. Both are playing teams outside of the state tonight. St. X is playing Eagles Landing Christian, Georgia. They're a Division 6 school. Moeller's playing a Division 3 school, Detroit King. Both of those should probably keep their positions up there and get that double home field advantage, as will probably West. Princeton trying to do that with the win here tonight. There's the option play, and Jennings still on his feet. Picks up nice positive yardage, about 6 yards on that play.
Yeah, Jennings actually was the leading carrier for Colerain. He carried the ball 8 times for 51 yards. You know, that's not a real, I mean, you know, Jennings and Flowers, they got to share the, they got to carry the lion's share of the rushing for Colerain.
Elder is beating LaSalle 21-0 in half.
That answers that question probably.
There's a nice run by Flowers. He breaks loose for about 15 yards. Well, that'll help that average a little bit.
That's going to help that average, and we talked about that in the first half, how Colerain brings a lot of their players up the line of scrimmage, and then Princeton comes up to try to combat that. And then what happens if Flowers is able to break that, which is he did right here, he was one player away from possibly taking that to the house.
Colerain at the 45-yard on their own 45-yard line, 1st and 10. He's been all night. Jennings under center. Oh, looks like a broken play right there. And Shannon makes a little bit of yardage out of it, but
looked like there was a little miscommunication between the running back and the quarterback on that, and they ran into each other. Colerain's fortunate enough that the ball didn't get on the ground. You can see right here, it's like, oh.
No, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Jennings went over towards the sideline to get the call in for the next play. 2nd and 8. Gives the Flowers, and Flowers just barreling ahead here. He's got a 1st down depending where the spot is.
Well, it sure looks like coming out of that halftime adjustment for Colerain, they're going to ride that horse that they've been riding all year long called Flowers.
6'2", 210.
Yeah. And really low, he's got a low center of gravity. He gets those legs churning, and he's a load to bring down.
Colerain, new set of downs now. They're at the Vikings 45. We'll be running back those playback times at the end of this quarter. Give is the Flowers again, another positive 5 yards.
It's an interesting setup. He set up as a fullback on that play. And he went right between the tackles and got about 5 yards.
Maybe 4 where they put the spot at, because he went down a little bit early there.
We've seen this strip before from Colerain. Move the ball well till they get deep into the territory of Princeton, and then something happens.
Well, they're going with their bread and butter right now.
Yeah, they are.
So the give is to Flowers. He's inside the 35, down to about the 34-yard line, enough to move the sticks again.
Yeah, I like those play selections, because, you know, we talked about Flowers. He only carried the ball 9 times in the first half, so you got to believe his legs are fresh.
All right, here we go.
Time for that Princeton defense to step up.
Let's see if Jennings. Well, he's got his people in tight.
Jet sweep, maybe.
Yep, there's the pitch. And that is to Young. This time, though, Princeton sniffs it out. Young picks up maybe a yard.
Tell you what, Jennings was lucky that number 2, Shannon, was able to hold on to that ball, because he got rid of that. He got rid of that late.
Yeah, I think Jennings right now has got to be a little snake bit about throwing, too. He's had 2 interceptions so far. He hasn't really thrown that many times.
No, he has not.
And, you know, that takes an element out of your offense. Jump there. Did they get back in time? They did.
And up the Flowers. Yeah.
Flowers not getting much this time. It's about 2 or 3 yards.
Third and long. Ball spotted about the 32-yard line of Princeton. It's kind of interesting now. Jennings is going over to the sideline to get the play.
if the standings would stay the way they are right now, Princeton will be hosting Walnut Hills next week. As we said, Colerain will be on the road in the pit at Elder. There's the pitch to Young. Young,
nice play.
Young, nice open field
Number
tackle.
12. Maseo Powell, what a tackle.
We're saying,
yeah. Yeah, Powell. Boy, that was a nice tackle.
Senior had a
Here
nice
we go.
time.
Yeah, you can see the replay right there. Boy, he wrapped him up very well. That's textbook tackling.
4th down. Cardinals are going to go for it. They're at the 31-yard line.
As I said, we've watched this movie before with Colerain. They get down here and they stall.
They're good between the 20s.
Yeah, they are.
But not figuring out a way to punch it in against this Vikings defense.
Interesting. They're going with the Wildcat. Delay
And
a game.
delay a game.
Wow.
They're just too long for that.
Wow. They were going Wildcat. I don't know if you caught that, Bill.
Yeah.
Jennings stepped up and Flowers went in the shotgun.
Well, will they come back with the same play? I don't know.
I doubt it. I think the element of surprise is gone. Huh? There you go. That's why we're up here and not down there.
Maybe not.
Unless he's going to quick kick.
Quick kick, yeah. And it's going to go in the end zone. So ball comes out to the 20. That's where Princeton takes over. I think this was a big defensive stand here for the Vikings because Colerain coming out here in the 3rd quarter, coming out of the locker room, the Vikings held them, and now they get the ball back.
You know, it's they get down there and deep into Viking territory, and we saw again a delay of game penalty. Who pushes the ball back? It was 4th and maybe 5 or so. Manageable. Then they get the penalty, and it's 4th and 10, and then they do a quick kick.
So Princeton Vikings on top by a score. There is the give. His counter is to look like to Steele. No, there's Borden. Actually, I don't know if Steele's been back in the ball game. He
You know
went
what? That's
out.
a great question. I'm going to see if I can see him anywhere on the sideline.
Yeah, because he went off kind of gingerly after that one play. Was not very happy camper. I see him down here. He's down here around the 25-yard line on the sideline. So.
Oh yeah, there he is. He's got his helmet on though.
Yeah, Borden. He needed about a yard. He got about 2 or 3. So Borden moves the sticks, or what did they say?
No.
Yeah, he went. Yep. I was going to say it. You know, we're in the press box. There's no doubt when there's a Viking first down.
Yeah, there is absolutely. I think they hear it over in Tri-County.
I believe.
Love the
There's
passion.
Another counter again. This one to Borden. Borden, though.
Oh, nice open field
blown
tackle.
up on that play. That's number 11, Jaden Folsom.
Wow, great tackle. Just when you thought Borden was going to be able to break that, no way. Okay, good technique by the both teams tonight. Here's a replay. Just when you think here on the left side, you think he's going to be able to break it. And nope.
2nd down. We said all along tonight, Rodney Harris Jr. has been out in single coverage with Aaron Foster.
Ooh.
And I don't know if they respect Foster because of his 2 interceptions this year, but he has not been targeted that much, I don't think.
No,
I think he has 1.
He's got 1 catch for 6 yards through the first half.
And that was early on in the game, if I can remember right.
Yeah. It's interesting that they're just can't seem to get the ball. Now we got number 9 coming back in. Steele's coming back. It's good to see him back in the game.
Steele's in the backfield.
3rd and long.
It's
Here they come out of blitz.
Lynn.
He's going to run out of real estate.
Yeah.
Smart move.
Threw it out of bounds.
It's going to be 4th down.
They came on the blitz on the left side.
Yeah. Smart. Good play by Lynn. McKeel Lynn. Let's see. The officials are getting together. They're going to call that intentional grounding? Yeah, they are. They're going to call that intentional grounding.
Interesting.
Yeah. There wasn't a receiver in the area, I'm sure. That's what they're.
It wasn't, but he was out of the box, and I didn't think they would call it that.
Yeah.
That's an interesting call.
You can see the replay here. He gets, you know, he's going out of bounds. He's outside the tackle, but there's nobody around. I think it's the right call.
Well, meanwhile, they back him up, and that's where Jordan Houston's going to have to punt now from about the 10-yard line.
He'll probably punt it from about the 15, but nevertheless, that was a big penalty. Colerain's going to get good field position.
Yes, they are.
Oh, it's blocked.
Partially blocked and picked up by number 25 for Colerain.
Wow.
Lauren Nevis picked it up.
Just what the doctor ordered for Colerain.
Wow.
They had great penetration, Bill. They came right up through the middle.
Well, we said they were going to get good field position. They got better field position. So,
who blocked that? Did you see, Bill?
I did not see.
I believe it. Somebody went right past the center and was able to block. Let's see if Colerain can take advantage of that.
Got to 25-yard line, 24.
There's a penalty.
And the Vikings are definitely pointing at the Colerain as it was a procedure.
Here's a replay. You can see, Bill. I believe it was number 14.
14, that would be.
Yeah, right there. There it is.
Tayshawn Banks.
Yeah, nice job. Got in there, got it with the arm.
Good camera work, as usual, by our great crew that we have down here. Led by our main man, Josh, in the truck. Thank you very much, Josh.
Looks like they're going to change the play in line of scrimmage.
Give is to Flowers.
Yep.
What kind of change is that? Give is to Flowers.
Looks like number 36 on the tackle for Princeton. That's David Gary.
Picked up 7 yards on that one. It's going to be set up a 2nd and 9.
I'm sorry, that was 35. Jalen Stoker. See if Princeton can hold him again.
Jennings, play being changed again. Give is to Flowers.
That's interesting.
Picks up about 2 or 3.
It's going to be 3rd and about 5 yards. Vince McQueen, number 18 on the tackle for Princeton. I think this is time for Jennings to keep the ball, maybe keep it around the left, go to the short side of the field. They've had a lot of success over there. They can cut, if they can block that edge, he can get clear lane.
He's got a blocker going that way now. He
There
is
it
going
is.
that way. But no, he is manhandled right at the line.
Oh, man. He needed to get a little bit further outside that defensive end there. He tried cutting it right up inside of there, and the defensive end said, no, you're not going anywhere. So it's going to bring up another 4th down.
Looks like Nunley was in on the tackle there. 4th down now. Do they go for the? They're going to go for it.
They're going to go for it.
They're not going to try the field goal.
Well, we saw earlier in the first half where they tried it. They had a good snap, and the holder dropped it.
Big play for Colerain.
I can't imagine they're going to try to go between the tackles with Flowers. It's just not getting that kind of yards.
It's going to be keeper. It's going to be an option
play.
Going around. The option went to Amir Shannon, and he gets about 14, 15 yards. It's going to be 1st and goal for Colerain.
That was a great play by Jennings. He held onto that ball for the last minute and was able to dish it out. Right here you can see he's just about ready to get tackled, and he gets it out to number 2, Shannon, who almost took him to the end zone. He's being spotted around the 2-yard line. 1st
and goal for the Cardinals now. Their deepest trip into Viking territory tonight. Clock's running down to 1:49 to go here in the 3rd quarter. So See if Jennings will take it himself.
I think he'll give it to Flowers.
And Flowers is into the end zone.
Yeah.
They lost last week to East and or to West. That was the only game he did not score a touchdown this year. He scored at least one in every other game, including now tonight. Very important extra point now coming on.
Colerain finally, after many, here's the replay right there. There was just too much power. Flowers gets the ball in the end zone. You know, we've seen Colerain quite a few times to get down here. Bill, as you mentioned earlier, they self-destructed. This time they were able to take it. And there it is. You just mentioned it, Bill.
They missed it. Now, here's what I'm going to...
Wait, is there a penalty? Can't tell if that's the holder or the kicker. Wow, great call, Bill.
Well, here's the deal. Last week, they lost a game 7-6 to East on a missed PAT.
Oh my gosh.
And now here it is this week.
You can see right here, here it
7-6.
is. Actually, it looked like the holder again.
I don't know if it was blocked or not. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see.
No, it was not blocked. It was just a bad kick.
I think what it was is the holder couldn't get the time, kind of fumbled the ball a little bit and threw the timing off of the kicker. So great call, Bill. Extra point is no good. So Princeton clinging to a 1-point lead with about a minute and a half left to go in the third quarter.
Flowers with his 14th TD of the season, a 2-yard run. PAT no good. So we are 1:37 to go here in the third quarter. And it's kind of deja vu here for the Colerain Cardinals. It was a couple weeks ago. It was back on October 1st. They lost to Lakota East 7-6 on the missed PAT. So let's see if Princeton can take advantage now. Kickoff, it's going to be short. Take my one up, man, dropped.
Oh boy.
And now he's off to the races. That's number 22. Caleb Clark Glover dropped the ball on about the 25-yard line, but managed to pick it up, and he was off to the races into Cardinal territory.
You know what happens on that, Bill? When that happens like that, you just throw the timing off of the kickoff team. So here it is. It's a nice block.
Well, he had nobody up the middle there. 20.
Yeah, because here's another angle.
29 yards on the run back. Ball at the 50 now. So the Vikings.
Oh, and he got thrown to the ground by number 14, Tayshawn Banks.
Lynn, pass.
Oh.
Good, and dropped.
Oh, boy.
TJ Engelman dropped the pass.
He looked like he was trying to run the ball before he caught it, Bill.
That's the old classic.
Yeah, you can see here. That was
he was open.
Yeah, he was. Great pass.
See how open he was?
Yeah.
And you see how his head turned.
Yeah.
There. So he's looking upfield.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you can tell he's disappointed.
2nd and 10. Engelman in motion.
It's like that's a screenplay. Oh.
Oh, almost taken. Almost broken up and taken by number 31.
Yeah, look at this. This ball was just about intercepted. That's Banks.
Terrell Banks.
For Colerain, you can see.
It was in his hands.
They set up the screen, but it went over number one's head. That is Willis. I'm sorry, Bolden. So it's going to be 3rd and long.
A little confusion right now on the Princeton offense.
So far, here comes a blitz. He's looking downfield.
Lynn avoids
He's got it. Can he get enough? Nope. He's going to be short by about 8 yards.
Yep. He got back to almost the original line of scrimmage.
So far, Princeton is not able to take advantage of that great kickoff return. They're going to bring in the punt team.
Yep, 3 and out for the Vikings. Good defense by the
Here's the
Colerain
replay.
Cardinals.
Great pressure by the line of Colerain, forced Lynn out of the pocket, and that sideline became the 12th defender.
Coach Cutright says this defense have been playing better the last few weeks. They're a young team. Here's the kick.
Oh, great
punt. It is a good punt. And it's going to die right around the 7-yard line.
Wow, great punt. Boy, that special teams in a close game like this, Bill, could really make the difference. And that was a phenomenal punt.
43 yards.
Yeah, that looked like one of my golf shots on the green. Had a little backspin. Yeah, right. Here's a great shot, great follow through. And just like my 9-iron into the green, put a little spin on the ball, and there it is about 3 feet from the pin.
Tap it in for
you don't believe me, do you, Bill?
No.
Yeah, good, because it really doesn't happen.
Great analogy, though. I like it. All right, Colerain.
They got a long field to go.
On about the 5-yard line.
Oh, and he goes nowhere.
Push back is Flowers. Now they're going to bring it back probably to the line of scrimmage, which is actually at the 7-yard line.
That was Steele. That was Steele.
Steele, okay, 7-yard line.
No, I'm sorry. You're right, it was Flowers. Sorry about that, Bill. Here's a replay. He had nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Clock continuing to run, about 30 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
If Princeton's defense can hold now, they're going to get back good field position again.
Jennings keeps it.
Jennings spins around, picks up another couple yards, but he's going to be short now by about 5 yards.
That'll be the last play of the 3rd quarter, Bill.
So the clock is winding down. Cardinals have now got on the board, but the missed PAT puts the Vikings up by 1 here to go with 1 quarter to go. 7-6. And we are going to run back those playback times for you right now. And if you stare at your screen long enough, they're going to come up. I guarantee you. Just keep staring at your screen.
Pressure's on.
There's that
Pressure's
Viking
on,
band. Great job at halftime.
Yeah, they did do a great job.
And they and Colerain band did a good job. Okay. I tell you, if you keep staring now, don't. Okay. Well, there's a shot. There's a Princeton High School. There's a good shot of that. So across the street from us. So there you go. All right. So Saturday 23rd at 5 p.m. Sunday the 24th at 8 p.m. Wednesday at 8 p.m. on the 27th, and you can have brunch with Mike and I on Thursday the 28th at 10 a.m. Of course, it's on Spectrum, Cincinnati Bell Fi Optics, and we do stream all of our broadcasts on ICRC-TV.com. We are streaming live here tonight, at least this part of the game it is. You go to ICRC-TV.com, find out all the rest of the games that are going on. We do have another game going on, as you mentioned earlier here, out at Harrison tonight with Edgewood and Harrison. We got playoffs starting next week. We need volunteers. If you want to volunteer, you can volunteer, and we'll probably have some of those information up right there, but get a hold of our main man, Jason Dudley, and we will...
We'll put you to work.
We'll put you, yeah. We need to work out here. Volunteers, we need you. And our volunteers just do a great job. As I've said many times before, without our volunteers, Mike and I be sitting up here talking to ourselves, which would be kind of weird.
I would say nobody wants. I don't want to hear you talk the whole time.
No, I don't.
I mean, I like you, Bill, but we don't need to sit here and talk to each other.
I know, really.
Well, while we got a little break, because there was a penalty there, just quick look at some third through 3 quarters. Total offensive yards is 223 for Colerain, only 125 for Princeton.
Yeah, but all between the 20s, so basically. Yeah, except for that one touchdown.
Right. 9 penalties for 71 yards. Colerain 7 for 46.
Wow.
So a lot of penalties tonight.
Way too much for 2 teams that are going to be going into the playoffs here.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Colerain just picked up another penalty on a procedure. 3rd and long now.
Big play for the Princeton defense. There's a counter play. Boy, goes nowhere.
absolutely going nowhere. I think he's got to get being shell-shocked right now and throwing that ball.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Yeah, I think Colerain's thinking about, you know what, we're just going to punt it, see if our defense can hold it.
Right.
Because, you know, to your point, Jennings has thrown he's thrown the ball twice. He's got 2 interceptions.
Yeah. So, not a good percentage right there. TJ Engelman back at around the 44-yard line of Colerain.
A late substitution.
Tony Weldon is in the end zone.
Oh.
High snap.
Uh-oh.
And he gets the kick off.
Oh, it takes
a bad bounce.
Takes a horrible bounce.
Ball at the 30-yard line, and
they were lucky that wasn't blocked, Bill.
Get about 20 yards total net on that punt right there with Princeton with very good field position now.
Bill, here's a replay here. You can see almost blocked there.
Almost blocked.
And you know, we talked about special teams. That great punt that happened by Colerain by Princeton that pinned him way down. Look what it did for him.
Yep. So Princeton now at the Cardinal 30-yard line.
See if they can take advantage of this great field position.
Trying to put on a little
Lynn back to
insurance
pass.
score.
He's looking. He's got him in the open. He's open.
Zone.
Oh,
dropped the ball.
Wow.
And that was Rodney Harris Jr. Have not called his name tonight because he's been on one-on-one coverage over there.
They double teamed him on that one, and
yes.
boy, I tell you, that was a perfectly thrown pass.
Not too surprising that he went for the end zone on
Here's
that
a
first down
replay.
play.
Great camera work. You can see here. Oh, just off his fingertips. Oh. I like the guts by the coaching staff of Princeton. Go big, right?
Oh, yeah.
Might as well strike.
Yeah, might as well. 2nd and 10, though.
Down to 5 seconds to go on the play clock.
This
Lynn
time he keeps it back to about the line of scrimmage, so going to set up a 3rd and 10.
Interesting.
Borden coming back in the
Yeah,
ball game.
Borden's
Steele's coming
coming
in.
out. Yeah. I think this is probably going to be Lynn keeping the ball. I think they're going to go short side, try and get you know a majority of those yards, set up a 4th and short. I don't think they want to go 4th and 10, so they're going to keep the ball on the ground. I think, Bill.
Well, he's got 4 receivers out to this side.
Which means he's going to the left.
No, he is going right. He's looking. He's got a man open.
Oh,
And
that did nothing. They lost yardage.
Nope. Went right back at the 30-yard line.
Wait a minute, there was timeout. No play. Interesting. Wow, that was a gift.
Colerain called a timeout.
That's a gift to Princeton.
Wow.
They get going to use another golf analogy. They get a mulligan.
Yeah.
I get mulligans too. Do you play golf?
Oh,
Bill?
yes, I do, unfortunately. But
you take mulligans?
Absolutely. You know, nobody pays me to play golf. Okay, I don't believe in golf rules. So, and the guys I play with don't either.
Okay.
Thank goodness. So,
okay. All right.
Hey, let's talk a little. We've been talking tonight about this being Pat Mancuso Field. Pat Mancuso, talk a little bit about him. 37 years coach here at Princeton, 305, 76-1 record. He had 29 GMC titles, 3 state titles. Back in August, they had a celebration of his career. They used to Pat Mancuso Field, right up the road here at the Century Inn, in front of the former players, and it was organized by Dan Starkey from Roger Bacon, who is a 71 grad here, and 72 grad Greg Sewell. So we're back to play
this
here.
Is gonna be intercepted. It is intercepted.
I don't know. That was definitely somebody did not run their pattern there.
I wonder if maybe his arm got hit because that ball that was thrown, there was no receiver down there in the corner.
No, there was nobody here.
Well, Colerain gets a gift because Princeton was not able to take advantage of that great field position.
Aaron Foster gets his 3rd interception of the season. That's about the easiest one he's probably had this season. Let me finish up about Pat.
Here's a replay. Hold on a second.
Okay, let's
see if his arm gets hit. You know what? It might have.
It might have, but he had nobody in that area.
Well, he had.
Well, yeah, he did have one. I take it back. He did.
Anyway, go ahead. Finish your.
Yeah. Anyway, Pat was honored up there. He's 10th all time in wins in Ohio, 323 wins, and 92 years old. Lives up in Hamilton with his wife. So great man. I got a chance to meet him a couple years ago, and he's just a super neat guy. He's did so much for this school over the years. Meanwhile, though, Colerain gets the ball back with 9:58 to go. Again, deep in their territory.
Yep. We saw what happened last time. See if that Princeton defense can tighten up again, get their offense the ball back. Because clock, I mean, we're down just under 10 minutes to go. Not that, you know, they have to be in a hurry-up offense, but the clock will eventually come into play here. Jennings
option, and Jennings gets
nowhere.
He gets tripped up in the backfield.
Jennings, tackle made by number 15.
Ed Lockwood from Colerain, number 52, on the offensive line is getting up. He's limping. See if they try to get him off the field. He's hurt.
Looks like he's going to stay on.
Yeah, it does look like he's going to stay on. Yeah, you can see he's visibly walking with the limp. He's the guard, right guard. 3rd and 5.
They already lost one offensive lineman here tonight. And
he got it, I think, didn't he? Maybe not.
Number 9, Flowers.
Looks like he's going to be short.
Flowers is going to be short. I think his knee went down.
What are you going to do here? What are you going to do?
4th down, you're awful deep. There's still 8 minutes and 33 seconds left in the game.
Wow, I think
they might be forced to use another timeout here if they don't make a decision here soon.
Yeah, they're down to 15 seconds. They got to get going. Down to 10.
I think they're going to take the penalty here.
They got to hurry up.
4th down, big play for Colerain.
Timeout.
And now they call a timeout.
Princeton takes a timeout.
Yeah. Vikings take a timeout here. So with 8:07 to go.
This is a big play here.
This is a huge play, but I wouldn't go for it right now.
You're down on your own 13-yard line, 4th and a yard, and you're going to go for it. And you're only down 1 point.
I don't know.
This is a big decision. Unless they were thinking maybe try to draw them off sides.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't, they might have. Yeah.
Well, that's worked.
It has worked
for first series tonight.
But the play clock got all. By the time Jennings got into the huddle, the play clock was down to 10 seconds. So let's see what Colerain decides to try to go for this, or maybe they change their mind and try to punt it.
Both teams have 2 timeouts left.
The offense is coming back out. Unless they're going to do a quick kick like Princeton did.
I'm thinking they might do that. They give us the Flowers, and he
got it. He
got over. He had to get over the 20-yard line. He got about 4 yards. And they moved the sticks.
Yep. That was a gutsy play.
Big call for them. First time they got a first down on a 4th down situation tonight.
So,
but they still got a lot of yardage to go here.
The gamble paid off so far, anyway.
You're on the 19-yard line. The clock is under 8 minutes now.
Yeah, they tried to draw them off sides. Didn't work. Princeton defense, see if they can put some pressure on Jennings and Flowers.
And Flowers picks up a couple.
Yeah, that was another mix-up between Jennings and Flowers. They ran into each other again. Give Flowers credit, he got about 3 yards. Would have looked like he was going to get nothing. Naz Lukman on the tackle for Princeton.
Naz Lukman came in this game tonight with 9 sacks, leading the GMC.
Yep.
He has not had a sack tonight, but he's had a couple of tackles for losses.
Yeah, the closest person to him is Princeton, a player from Princeton, Humphrey Grace, with 5.5.
Yeah.
There's a jet sweep to the right.
That's Young, and this time he is being taken down.
Guess who? A.J. Nunnally.
Yeah.
Oh, we've called his name a number of times tonight.
Man down by number 21, Chris Gillen.
Actually, we're going to give it to Gillum this time.
Oh, okay.
We'll give it to Gillum. We'll
All right.
call his name.
Yeah.
He's senior, 6'2", 195.
Well, you know,
Huntley
you
was
said
right there, though.
you talked about there's a replay. You talk about the numbers. We're way up here in the press box. Sometimes those numbers run together.
They do, especially
making an excuse for us.
Yeah, there you go. Well, especially for Princeton, because it's
they're really hard to read.
Yeah, kind of black on red. So.
Oh,
what a play!
Oh, we knew that was a big play.
Holy cow! What a play by Flowers.
Yeah, once he got through that line of scrimmage, he had one tackler to bring him down.
Flowers definitely moves the sticks on that one. And he's getting.
Here's a replay. He really gets through that line of scrimmage. Broke a tackle right there. Had one guy to make miss.
A little spin and got him about another 4 or 5 yards.
Slowed him down.
Out to the 40-yard line.
Down under 6 minutes to go in the game.
Oh, and this time they go right into the backfield. I think the Princeton Vikings were in the backfield as faster than the Colerain Cardinals were.
Do you think they thought Flowers was getting the ball, you think, on that, Bill?
That's telegraphing. Let's see where they're going to put the ball at. They haven't put the ball down yet. Well,
it must be raining out there,
Yeah,
Bill.
it's just raining a little bit.
You can see the officials have the football covered up with the towel.
See, there's some umbrellas up here.
Yeah. So that pigskin could get a little slippery here.
And he was Flowers, and he is met in the backfield, maybe makes a yard, but that's about all.
What great penetration by that defensive line of Princeton. Every time when the Princeton defense needed to step up, they've done an unbelievable job tonight. And here's another one of those. Here's a great shot. You can see here. Flowers had no opportunity to get any kind of momentum.
Nope.
So it's in 3rd and 9.
Slowed him up in the backfield enough to
let everybody else catch up and get him.
And there is a sweep. This one
is. Oh, wow. Jennings
kept it himself. I thought he was going to go around to the sweep the other side. He got hit hard.
Yeah, he did.
Matter of fact, he's limping off the field.
Yeah, he's limping off. Let's see if.
And he says, no, coach, I'm staying on. Kept it himself. Watch this hit.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's number 12 on the tackle. Maceo Powell.
Yeah, Powell.
Well, he's punished a couple of those runners tonight for Colerain, but nevertheless, Jennings picks up enough of first down.
Yeah, he's in the Viking territory now. The clock ticking down at about 4 minutes. There's Flowers.
Oop.
2 or 3. The ball popped out, it looked like, but he was down.
Number 9, Flowers. Tackle made by number 35, Jalen Stoker.
Well, this could go down.
Down.
This is going to go down to see if the Princeton defense can keep them from getting in, even in field goal range, Bill.
How about that extra point? Is that
oh my gosh.
big right now?
Oh my gosh. Usually comes back to haunt you. We talked about a lot of points being scored tonight. We've got a total of 13.
Jennings going to keep himself, but he's tackled very quickly, picks up maybe about 2 or 3 yards. Has Jennings thrown the ball at all this half?
No. Well, wait.
Third down for the Cardinals.
Yeah, it's good. You can see the rain coming down. It's picking up a little bit. So
yeah,
that was a similar kind of miss that we had before the game started. It looks like it's picked up here now, midway through the 4th quarter.
3rd and about 6.
Oh,
there is a big run by. He is still on his feet here. Oh my gosh, into the end zone from 43 yards out is MJ Flowers. Wow.
Yeah. You know, Bill, we kind of been waiting for that to happen tonight, right?
Yeah.
The last couple possessions, he had some nice, runs, but that finally he was able to break through get those legs churning, and nobody was able to bring him down until he got into the end zone.
Flowers 43 yards. That puts him over 100 now for this
Oh yeah,
game.
well he had 88 yards through 3 quarters. So
up to above his average there.
Looks like they're going to go for 2.
Yeah, they're going to try and make up for that. This extra point. But this could be a good one, big one too, because it will be a 5-point game.
Yeah, but you got to try to get 2 here in case Princeton gets a touchdown and converts the extra point. Oh,
he's still on his feet.
Oh,
he's down.
Great play by that defense.
PAT is no good, so
he's down. Jennings is down. He got hit really hard. He got sandwiched.
Well, he got hit hard in another play earlier.
It looked like number 35 for Princeton, Jalen Stoker.
Yeah, they're calling the training crew out. He's still on the ground.
Yeah, he got hit hard. He got hit by 2 or 3 of the Princeton Vikings. Yeah, here's a look at the touchdown. See a couple different angles. You can see he broke through that line of scrimmage. You're not going to bring him down with arms.
No.
You're just not going to do it. He's too powerful. He just waltzes right into the end zone. So that's that angle.
Well, he got him in the backfield real quick, so he had a nice matchup against the DBs.
Yeah, here's ground level.
Once he broke the linebackers there, now he's got the defensive backs there.
Yeah.
And he's a load to bring down.
Yep. There it is. Touchdown. So Jennings still down. The medical staff is over there tending to him.
So right now, Colerain has taken their first lead of the night here at 12-7. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to step out for just a moment here, and we will be back for the remainder of this game. Don't go away.
This may be a long time out.
Here today, Hall of Fame students in a Hall of Fame school.
As always,
go Vikes!
That leaves us with the next item on our agenda is item number 5, opening session.
I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. If you're out here at the parade or listening, thank you again.
Into the end zone, and that is caught by Jaden Wood.
Come on now, how we doing? Y'all feeling all right out there?
Hello and welcome to this edition of This is Glendale. I'm Bet Chorus.
Hey guys, this is the Unit 1 crew from One Long Fire Department. We just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And of course, you can always go to ICRC-TV.com.
Always a great day when ICRC is involved. Another edition of ICRC, bringing the community to you.
There's a picture of Jennings over in the sideline. Good news for the Colerain people. He walked off the field.
Well, not only did he walk, he ran. So obviously he's
probably just got
the
wind knocked out of him there on that.
Yep.
The Vikings ever needed a big series. This is
Yes, it is.
2:47 to go. They find themselves down by 5.
Little
squib
squibber.
kick. Picked up by Bolden. He gets a little bit of running room up over the 30, about the 32-yard line. That's where the Vikings will get started here with 2:36 to go in the game.
Bill, I think it's time for Mekhi Lynn. We've seen some burst of greatness tonight. I think it's the game for Princeton is going to rest on his shoulders.
Princeton needing this victory to secure a home field. Not necessarily, if they lose, they will lose the home field for 2 games, but they would like to win it.
Yeah, in the playoffs, home field is a big advantage.
Especially this year when you can get 2 of them. Man open, that is Rodney Harris Jr. out to
Finally,
the 50.
right?
Yeah.
Finally, his second catch of the night. Oh, there's a flag. Oh, my God.
It's a holding. It's going to come back. 18 yards on the play, but it's going to come back. And the line is, okay, where he spotted it is going to be about a 12, 13-yard loss.
Wow, that negates it very nice. You can see here, Harris went way up and got that ball. But unfortunately, another piece of yellow material on the field is going to bring that back. It's going to make it first and about 22, Bill.
Ball back at the 19-yard line.
Clock running.
2:23 to go.
He's looking to go deep.
Lynn.
Oh, he caught that ball. Wow.
That's Rodney Harris Jr. He caught it, went out of bounds, stopped the clock. Got some of the yardage back.
Boy, that was the defensive back, number 3. Foster almost jumped that route. You can see right here, Bill, watch. Excuse me. Was almost able to jump that route. You can see him going out of bounds there. Nice pickup on first down.
Clock stopped at 2:16. Trips to his left. He's looking left. Now. And throws it out of bounds. That time it's not going to be
you got a
intentional
receiver
ground.
over there. That was number 9.
Yeah.
Or number 5, I'm sorry. That was Engelman.
Third down for the Vikings.
Looks like we got an injured player for Colerain, number 50.
Actually, I think we looked this play again. I think Engelman was in a quarterback, I believe.
Was it?
I think so, because I think it was Lynn was out there. Was throwing it to. Let's see. We got to watch closely. It is Lynn in the shotgun.
Here they come out of blitz.
The blitz are coming. See if you take advantage of this. And he overthrows Harris and almost picked off by Banks.
Is that third down or
fourth? It is 4th and 8.
Well, here we go.
Yeah, this is decision time. 2 minutes ago, you got to actually keep the ball. You gotta,
no doubt about it.
You got to make something go with this. Time is running out. Both teams have 2 timeouts left. Right now, he just needs to go. There's a jump on Colerain, and he knew it too.
Number 22. Leo Hughes jumped off.
Number 20. Yeah, number 20.
Jarman, who called his name quite a bit. I'm sure he didn't want his name called under those circumstances.
All right, 4th down now and a 3.
Well, that makes it a heck of a lot easier than 4th and 8. They got a timeout, too many people on the field.
Timeout partners.
Wow, that was almost a gift for Princeton.
Yeah, and they made Colerain burn one of their timeouts right here.
Yep.
So next week will be playoff time. And we don't know where we're going to be, but playoffs Division 1, 2, 3, and 4 are on Friday nights. 5, 6, and 7 are on Saturday nights. So we'll make the decision here where we're going to be on those nights coming up next week. Really think we're going to be back here for at least one game. The Vikings hope 2 games.
Yep.
Harrison will be in the playoffs, but they'll most likely be on the road. Mount Healthy has a shot at it if they can beat Ross. And they might have a shot at getting into the playoffs. Milford's going to probably be on the road, looks like. Yeah. They're playing West Claremont tonight. They should win that game, but there's, you've got a bunch of teams ahead of them here.
So here it is, 4th and about 4, 3. Here comes Colerain. He's got him open here.
There's the ball in there.
Wow,
that's a play, and that's a first down.
Well, that was
the catch
nice
by
play.
Jaleel Engelman. What a catch.
Yep.
What a throw by him.
Good job by Lynn finding that open receiver. You see the replay right here. Nobody around number 16. Got plenty of yards. Moved the chains.
And he got out of bounds, too. He's being chased now. He's going to throw it down, deep down the field.
Broken up.
Broken up. No flags down there.
Corey Myron from Colerain broke that up.
Triple coverage on Harris.
That was another one of those dangerous throws. There's a replay.
Well, he was really getting pressured, too.
Great defensive play. So Princeton trying to get a whole bunch of those yards on that play. Clock down to 1:42.
It stops the clock now, so let's see if...
Princeton only has one, or I'm sorry, they have 2 timeouts.
They have 2 timeouts. Colerain has 1.
There's Lynn.
This time Lynn is going. He runs out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. It'll be another first down. Stops the clock again.
Is there a penalty on the field? Let's see. What's going on here? Oh, the clock.
Yeah. Oh, the clock went to 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Is this deja vu? We're starting the 4th quarter over again? We got to get that clock reset now. It's down to 1:42.
Is a Princeton person running that clock? What do you think?
I don't know. What do you think? Home field advantage?
Oh, there they go. They got it reset at 1:42.
All right. Also in the Harbin ratings in Division 5, Division 4, Indian Hill is going to be in, and they're trying for a home field. They're playing Reading tonight. That'd be a big game for them.
Yeah.
Reading's trying to also play for a home field, and Mariemont's in. West is beating East 34-7, so West has secured the GMC title again this year.
That's a beatdown. Looks like they got to reset the clock to 1:37.
So Elder over LaSalle 28-21. That's late in the 4th quarter too.
All right, here we go.
There is
wow, what a move. Wow, great effort.
Jaleel Engelman was standing back there. You almost thought he was going to go out of bounds, but he was watching.
Yeah, but I thought maybe he was going to throw the ball.
Yeah.
It looked like he was getting ready to throw that ball.
Right.
Here's a replay. Look at him. He's looking downfield. He's thinking, can I throw that ball? And then he tucks it in. Got enough for the first down. Only took 6 seconds on that play.
And went out of bounds. Back to live action.
Too many players on the field for Colerain. Got a free play for Princeton. Well, we've seen that a couple times here in this 4th quarter where Colerain was having issues getting personnel on and off the field, and they're costing 5 yards.
And you take the yards, you take the...
No, you got to take the yards.
You take the yards, yeah.
Absolutely. Because I don't think he got 5 yards on that play.
So you're going to take the yards. It's going to now be 1st and 5.
Right.
The ball at the 22-yard line. A field goal will be no good. They need to get the touchdown. Borden coming back in the game, steals going out. Harris on one side, and the Engelman clan is on the other side. The cousins are on the left side. Rodney Harris.
A little confusion going on here. Officials coming in.
Play clock has not started. The game clock's at 1:24. I have no idea what they'll be discussing.
We've seen the officials huddle quite a few times tonight.
And I don't think it's for warmth.
looks like he had stopped raining out there.
Oh, there's another penalty coming up. They're spotting the ball.
I don't understand.
I don't understand it. Okay, wait a minute. Hang on a second here. They can't start until the sticks get set. They're on the 19-yard line. Now the sticks are set.
Down to 10 seconds on the play clock. Lynn keeps
it 10, 5, out at about the 1-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Vikes.
Bill, I don't know if you saw it, but there was a block over there. Number 71, Darnell Howard, absolutely pancaked one of the Colerain defensive ends. Watch this replay right here.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Watch him, just pancakes him, clears
yeah.
that lane open for Lynn. Oh, my Lord, did he pancake him.
Good eyes, Mike, on that one.
Wow.
First and goal for the Vikes with 1:18 to go. Yogi Berra says,
Wow.
It ain't over till it's over.
Wow.
Let's see what happens. High snap.
It's going to be short.
I think the give was to...
You saw who was quarterback, didn't you?
It was TJ. Yeah, TJ Engelman was quarterback.
Right. I think Princeton's very content. Let this go. Use some of that time on that clock. They got 3 more plays to get that 1 yard.
Yeah.
You might as well not leave any time left on the clock for Colerain.
Good strategy. The play clock's down to 15. Game clock at 47.
Engelman's at quarterback again.
Engelman.
He's in.
And the give is to
number 1.
Gordon. His second TD of the night, and it was a big one.
What a drive. What a drive by the Princeton Vikings. McKeel Lynn, uncrunched time. He steps up. He leads his team all the way down the field. Put the ball in the end zone with 40 seconds left to go on the clock. That's what your seniors do for you, Bill. Your senior leadership. Lynn takes it all, helps the team, takes it all the way down the field.
1 yard. They're going to go for 2 now.
It doesn't really matter.
13 to 12.
I guess if they get a field goal, it would matter, right?
See what happens.
Oh,
big snap.
That's it.
Nice. Catches the snap, but that's about it.
Wow.
So we got a 1-point ball game here.
So Bill, you think about this. Jennings, how many passes has he thrown in the second half?
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I don't think any.
Now you're going to expect him to try to throw the ball, right? Here's a touchdown. I mean, look at number 1, Gordon.
Engelman, the quarterback, give the Gordon.
Yeah, just between the tackles, just smash mouth football. Now you're going to ask Jennings to throw the ball, which he's not done, maybe once or twice this whole second half.
And he's had 2.
So Princeton's going to go back 20, whatever it is. They're not going to let anybody get behind.
Nope.
And Colerain only has 1 timeout.
Let's see what kind of kick Cole Walker can get here, too.
Yeah, boy, it'd be nice if he could put that ball in the end zone, right?
Thank good. There's not much movement on the flag right now, so he should be all right. It looks like it stopped raining, too.
You know the adrenaline's flowing for Princeton.
Vikings trying to go to 9-1 on the season.
Yeah, here's a replay of the drive. I'll just let you watch. There were some great plays, some great catches.
That's a good one by Janelle.
Yeah. Yeah, and then there's the touchdown. All right, so we got 40 seconds left in the game.
Vikings 9-1. They've only had 4 winning seasons in the last 10 years. This is their best record they've had in over 10 years.
You want to talk about that extra point, Bill?
There's a squib picked up, and
what happened?
We have an offsides, maybe.
Oh boy!
I think it was an offsides on Princeton, so maybe we kick 5 yards further back.
I guess you.
A little bit of excitement there.
Yeah.
No time was run off the clock.
See what's Colerain needs a big return on this.
And I think Princeton's going to make sure they don't get a big return on this, although I'm sure they got some of their hands people up front there.
See if he tries to kick it away now versus that squibber.
Could kick it over there.
Yeah. That's exactly what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Field about the 20.
That's Young.
He's got a block.
Tackle and is out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. He ran 8 seconds off the clock. Not a bad run back by Mr. Young.
Looks like it's going to be about the 34-yard line, Bill. Right now, you'll give up yardage for the clock.
Yep.
So let's see what Princeton does here on defense, what they do with their defensive backs.
You want to keep them in bounds, too. They have,
That's true.
Colerain has 1 timeout left.
Let's see what they're going to do here, Bill. They're going to come trips to the left. Who's quarterback? I don't think Jennings is quarterback. Number 13's in a quarterback.
And throws it over, yeah, 13.
That's Bryce Drake.
Bryce Drake.
Pass interference on.
Are you
Princeton.
kidding me?
No, the official just threw the flag. I don't think that ball was even catchable.
No, I thought it was out of bounds.
I did too. Let's see, here's a replay. Let's see.
Okay, I see it right there, but
I see
it wasn't a catchable ball. Drake.
Oh, did he catch it? Oh, he caught that ball.
Caught the ball, but he's in bounds.
No, I think he was out of bounds.
No, the
clock's
going. Yeah, he's in bounds.
Oh, wait a minute.
Officials are calling a timeout now.
I think he was out of bounds. They're going to reset that clock. Yeah, I thought I saw the official wave his arms like. Let's see, are they resetting the clock?
Clock's at 10 seconds. And when we reset, it will probably be about 17 or 18 seconds.
Yeah, see, they're going to put it at 18.
Okay, so 18 seconds to go here.
Yeah.
Second and about 4. Ball at about the 45-yard line.
They're going to reset the play clock.
Bryce Drake is in at quarterback.
They've got to hold that timeout in case they need to stop the clock.
And
Lord.
It was a catch.
Yeah,
it was a
caught
catch,
it.
and he's out of bounds, and it's a first down. 35-yard line. Bryce Drake has got 3 passes on this. I think Drake came in 1 of 3 on the season.
You know, there might be 10 or 15 yards away from being in field goal range.
Yep.
Well, they're giving him 7, 8, 9 yards every play.
15 seconds.
And they're giving him the sidelines, Bill.
Yep, 15 seconds now. 2 receivers to left and right. And now he is.
Now they got to use their timeout. There's only 8 seconds left to go.
Yep, they've used their final timeout. Bryce Drake could not find a receiver open, but
so
he
they
did
got to
run.
try a field goal. They got to try a field goal.
He did run for about 8 yards.
You don't have time. Princeton called timeout.
Colerain called timeout.
I'm sorry, Colerain called their. That's right. Colerain called their last timeout.
So they're out of timeouts right now. The ball at the 29-yard line.
39, 40. Yeah, it's
46 yards.
That's long.
Young's longest.
So what do you
is
do
34.
here, Bill? You throw a Hail Mary into the corner of the end zone or something? You go for pass interference or something?
You might go for that, or you might see if he can do it. He's got a bit of wind behind him. You can see the flag just flying a little bit, but
no, they're going for it. You can see there's the kicker over there on the sidelines. So this is it. This is the last play of the game, potentially.
Unless there's a penalty.
So where they got wide receivers.
And throws the ball out of bounds. Made up 3 seconds on that.
Yeah. Here they come. They're coming in. So what they were trying to do, Bill, is they're trying to get 4 or 5 more yards, get out of bounds. But now they got to try the field goal. This is going to be a 45-yard field goal.
See where he puts it down.
46.
46 yards.
Tell you what, Princeton has to be very careful not to jump off sides. Here it is. This is the game.
Kick is up, and it is wide.
No good.
It is no good.
Wow.
Clock has run out. The Vikings have defeated the Colerain Cardinals 13-12 and a thriller.
Wow. You know what, Bill? I don't know. Did that have enough yardage on it? It was just wide left?
I think it was wide left. I don't know if we're going to get to see that again on the kick, but it was definitely not good.
What a comeback by the Princeton Vikings tonight. Here's a replay. Let's see. I mean, the snap was good, the spot was good, the kick was good, but it was...
No, it was some bit short, yeah.
I don't know, Bill. That would have made it if it was...
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
what a game tonight.
Oh, wow. Princeton Vikings moved to 9-1. They have pretty much essentially secured their place for 2 home games, I would say right now. Colerain Cardinals, looks like they might be in a road and they might be at the pit next week.
Yeah, that's no pleasure.
No, it's not, but at least they're going to be in the playoffs. That's the important thing right now. And we've got several ICRC schools are going to be in the playoffs, and as I said before, we're going to figure out who we're going to do on Friday nights. Will be Division 1, 2, 3, and 4. Saturday nights, 5, 6, and 7. So we've got some options what to do here. But the Princeton Vikings finish up a 9-1 season. How about Coach Parker for his first season here?
Great job.
He just picks up where he left off at Winton
Great
Woods.
job.
So, Mike, it's great working with you.
Absolutely, Bill. Always a pleasure.
So, real quick, final thoughts.
Well, you know, it came down to senior leadership on the Princeton side, right? You know, you had McKeel Lynn. When crunch time came in, he said, give me the ball. He made some very clutch plays down the field. Put the ball in the end zone, and listen, we talked about it when that extra point was missed, that could come back and haunt you, and Bill, it did. It did, and it's the second time this season did for Colerain. But the Cardinals will be in the playoffs, so that's the important thing for them. For the entire ICRC crew, for Josh, done a great job down the truck. For Mike and Bill, we say goodbye from Pat Mancuso Field.